Hello and welcome to another video with Amualani. This is episode 10 of my Dwarf Fortress Let's Play series. Now, in episode 1 of the series, I did play through the tutorial of the world, Dwarf Fortress, and this roof mansion fortress is the same fortress I started in that tutorial. I will be staying in this same fortress for the duration of this series. Alright. Now we finally hit play last episode, and we went through an entire season, went through all of summer. We will be hitting play again for a good chunk of this episode as well, but I do want to just leave it paused for a moment here. I'm going to we were having a problem with, we have here in this stockpile an iron, let's see, where's the iron altar? The iron altars right there. I was wanting to move the iron altars out of this stockpile into this little stockpile, temporary stockpile I made in the hallway, but it was not moving it. We also have one made here in our metalsmith's forge that's just sitting there and it's not going to the stockpile, which means this stockpile that I set up for it there's something wrong with it, so I need to figure that out. That's the first thing I'm going to do. So I'm going to click on the stockpile, come in here to custom. Oh, and I see what the problem is right now. We did not set quality, which I think the quality has to be set in order for it to go in. Okay, wow, that was actually probably the whole issue. Okay, now I'm seeing we have like a red, not sure what that red smiley face is that's happening here for Xaneg. Let's see here. Xaneg is an adequate furnace operator, adequate weaponsmith. He's kind of dabbling in our farming. Let's go check out which labors we have him set to. Well, we do have him set to farming and metalsmithing. Okay. Um, you know what? We're going to set Xaneg over here on the furnace. And we will just have Xaneg. I'm going to do another work order for 10 charcoal here. And we'll just have Xaneg start getting some skill in the wood burning. He's wanting to practice a craft, and this is going to help him do that. Adequate furnace operator. Actually, you know what? We are also going to have Xaneg assigned here. So he's going to be operating our furnaces here, doing the wood burning and the smelting. I'm going to come up and check our stocks here, check our bars. See how we have 9 charcoal, so we are actually going to smelt galena. We'll smelt the galena and magnetite that are in the shop here. And we'll have magnetite. Okay. The clothier shop. We did pick up a bunch more cloth, so I'm going to go ahead. Work orders, we're actually going to make some yarn socks and shoes. So yarn sock will go 5, and we'll do the same with the yarn shoe. We'll do 5. Perfect. And then we will come in and just do a couple of you know what? We're going to do yarn. The reason why it's not like I'm having to manually scroll is because we typed If you want to fix that, just escape out and then come back into the workshop. Whenever you type it, it stops scrolling when you want it to. Yarn robe, perfect. And honestly, we're going to do yarn glove. And we'll fix the numbers here. We're going to do yarn mitten as well, and we'll just do 5 of each. And then we will add cloth. So do some loincloths, do some trousers, do a shirt. I'm going to come in and just kind of check our stocks here. So cloth. We have only 2 silk left, looks like. We have 17 sheep wool. So the wool, that's why I'm doing so much with the wool, is because we just bought a couple of bins of worth of wool. We do still have some silk. Okay. And pigtail cloth and rope reed cloth. Okay. So you know what, we will also come in and do some silk trousers and a silk shirt. And then we bought a whole bunch of leather, so I'm going to come in and in the leather. Okay, so our cloth here is, before we do the leather, I'm going to check out our leather working is separate. You know, I'm going to come into labor and look at that again. I'm pretty sure the leatherworking was under crafting. I'm going to come down. So I clicked on our labor menu. It came down to our customs detail, the crafting, and I'm clicking on the cog. You can click on the cog on any of them. It doesn't have to be the crafting. It's just, that's where my brain went. So yes, leatherworking is under crafts. Okay. So I want to look at our all of our crafters here and see who is kind of doing. So we have dabbling weaver, dabbling leatherworker on our legendary. You know what? Let me look at the other crafters here. We have a glassmaker who is a dabbling weaver as well, and is an adequate mechanic, an talented glassmaker. And we have our stone crafter, who's also a proficient metal crafter. Yeah, I think we want our... I'm just going to assign the cloth here to the leatherworking as well. And work order, we're going to come in and we're going to do 10 leather bags. The bags are needed for the seeds. Which, let me come down. Where was the... and I want to make sure that we keep having room for the seeds. We will be potentially starting work here for the seeds. What I'm wanting to do here for the seeds... you know what, I'll get into that a little later in this episode when we actually go to do it. But I think we're out of bags, empty bags in our stockpile here. So I just want to make sure that we have room. Okay, you know what, the pear seeds, I think we'll add the pear seeds over here. I don't think we can plant the pear seeds. And we got the pear seeds from, I think we bought the pears from the elves, which is why we now have pear seeds. Okay, and let me just come down and remove that from this other stockpile. Seeds, come down to pear seeds. And yes, I can type it in, but I prefer scrolling. Okay, pear seeds. Okay. So that, and right now we don't have a whole lot of uses for leather. We will actually come in and do another work order. We will make some more leather water skin. I'm going to make 5 of those, and I'm going to do 5 more backpacks. And this just gives us plenty of those supplies. All right. I'm going to check our jewels. Looks like we can cut gems times 2. We did have our kitchen, we had some prepared meals go rotten. So I'm going to come down to our dining room. I think we might sell a few of these barrels. But in the meantime, we're actually going to expand the stockpile a little bit so that we can actually cook a couple more meals here. And I'm going to cook some fine meals, as well as a couple of lavish meals. Let's see here. It looks like we do have some milk. Okay. So let's go ahead and come up here to the animal. I'm going to look and see, I'm going to kind of look at our farmers here and see who's... So we have a dabbling milker. So our cook is doing kind of a lot of things, and our cook is going to be busy here for a moment. I'm looking at the farmers. So we have Leacott, who is an herbalist and a dabbling planter. And then we have our planter, who is also a novice herbalist. I think we're going to set the cook. Okay. So we're going to make cheese. We're going to set it on repeat. And we will have our cook doing that. I'm going to check and see. We did order some more nest boxes made. So let me just look here. We have, those are microline nest box. So I'm gonna make, the nest boxes are a workshop, so they're under farming. But you have to craft the nest box at a station before you can place them. Yes, okay. Farming nest box. I'm gonna click the keep building after placement. And then we'll do a couple of granite nest boxes here. Let me just make sure, yes, our pet pen. If we wind up with any female birds that come in as pets, yeah, we can place them over here, and the nest boxes are just so we can collect eggs from them. Okay. I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna check our pets and livestock, see how we're doing. Okay, we do have a stray billy goat here that we can go ahead and I think we'll set the billy goat for slaughter. We have another billy goat, or a nanny goat that is, you know what, that is 1 year old. We could potentially have a breeding pair there. But because we have the breeding pair of yaks, there, as you can see, there's kind of a lot of dirt spaces here now. We need to reduce some of the pressure on. This is a rather large grazing pen. We need to reduce some of the pressure. Actually, we'll just paint it, make it bit larger. That will help reduce some of the pressure as we get more animals here. But I'm not wanting... Now let's go check the... Yeah. I really don't think I want a breeding pair of the goats on top of everything else that we have. We have a breeding pair of horses. We do have a breeding pair of donkeys. And we do have the pair of... couple pairs of bulls. Or of the yaks. We do have an alpaca. Okay. Although, as I'm saying this, we'll go in and remove that slaughter order. Nope. And I'm sorry, I'm being a little wishy-washy here. Yeah, we are going to slaughter, and we'll also slaughter on the alpaca. We do have a baby horse. Okay. And I'm going to add some new... We're going to shear animal. And milk animal. And then if we have any shear animal, we will go ahead and also spin thread. Okay. Going to come down here. I am actually going to come down and just see where we're at with things that we mined out. Okay, looks like we're not mining on that floor yet. We are mining on this floor, which I think... Is this Jewelers? Yes, this is the Jewelers. Okay. This is probably going to be its own episode where I don't hit play. Setting up, it's going to be 18 different stockpiles for all the gems, and I am going to go into the wiki and type in gem and sort by value, and that's what those stockpiles are. There's sort of 9 different values for the gems. And that's what this other box is for too, is the glass gems, which we will actually probably set that up next episode. This is a big part of it's a big setup. It's a lot of prep. It is kind of one of the most annoying things that I do stockpile wise. It's kind of annoying even for me, but once it is set up, I love how the rest of the game plays after that. So this is going to be a big set. They need to finish mining out the area. We may set this up this episode, but I kind of doubt it, because that's probably going to be at least half an hour of setup on its own. It might be quicker, but I doubt it. Okay. Let's come down. Stockpiles. This was metal stockpiles. Perfect. So here we're going to set up, we're going to set up the fuel stone. So come down to stone, come down to economic. Bituminous coal and lignite are our fuel stones. I don't think we have any of these, but now we have a place for them to go when we do start getting it. Here in the middle, we're going to set up our stockpile for flux. And flux is also an economic stone. I'm looking at the Dwarf Fortress wiki for the list of this. So let's see, it looks like calcite, chalk, dolomite, limestone, and marble. Eventually maybe I'll remember all of this by heart, but we'll do fluxstone. And again, I don't think we have any of this, but that gives us a place for that to go. And we'll have to come back in and repaint this later to get those two spots that they haven't mined out yet. But this is going to be for all of our metal ore. So metal ore, we're just going to hit all. And we actually have some metal ore on this floor. It's really easy to tell just by the shape. It's these gold nuggets. All of the metal ores are going to be that same sort of round shape as these gold nuggets, and so it's really easy to tell if you've got metal ore versus these bigger blobby boulders are rock. Pyrolusite. Oh, that's another new one. Pyrolusite. We're gonna have to go up and add that to a stockpile. Workshop. We're gonna come into furnace. Gonna do wood, some wood furnaces here. We'll make these out of rhyolite. Perfect. And then we'll do furnace setting up, and we're gonna go smelter. And we'll do some hornblende blocks for the smelter. And we'll do an allanite block for each of these. Oops. One more. Actually, on the wood furnace, we'll cancel construction and we'll make one out of allanite. Don't really want to cut off the walkway we made there. Furnaces, wood furnace. Oh, we need more allanite bars before we do that. Okay. And then we're going to set up a... This is all a stockpile 4. We're going to come in, do bars, come down to other material. Oop. Bar other material. And this is going to be for coal. Alright. I'm going to come in and set up a work order for rock block. We'll do 10. Set this to allanite. Reason being is I do like to set up with my workshops. I like to set up one where I can assign sort of my master crafter, so to speak, for that profession. And visually I like that to be a different color, and I make it the same color for all the workshops. And in this case I really like that allanite, so that's why I'm choosing the allanite for that. Okay. And we are going to set in our temple. We're going to set some engraving here. As a high priority. We're going to keep scrolling down here and see what we have. Yeah, the jewel crafting. Yeah, we're going to have to do a separate thing. Pyrolusite. Let's do rock blocks. pyrolusite, and I'm going to do another round of hornblende blocks. And then we are going to come in and add a stockpile for the pyrolusite. And then come over to our all blocks and remove pyrolusite. Okay. And I do want to see what bars are going in here. We do have, okay, a quartzite block. We bought that from a vendor. Okay. And see, it's just, for me, it's a nice visual of, we click on that bin and it's all going to be the, the same color, the cinnabar. It's just a nice visual of, okay, which blocks do we need more of? All right, we're going to scroll down and keep going on stockpiles. We will need to get one more workshop set up here. Now this is the permanent setup here for these workshops. So we'll be able to remove the temporary setup as soon as those are built. Okay, I'm going to keep scrolling down and see what else we have dug out. Okay, so this over here was... Okay. This is for all of our... Okay, we're going to do bone stockpile. We'll do all. We'll do shell stockpile. We'll do skulls. And then this one we're going to divide into 2 stockpiles. We'll do teeth. And this will be for horns and hooves. Alright, now over here, this is all stockpiles for clay. So let me remember, so we had, so fire clay, I think, regular clay, kaolinite, and then we had the gypsum plaster. Trying to remember what the 5th one was for. And we have it set as a much lower priority on the 7. I do not remember what I set that up for. I'll have to go back and actually watch the video. Okay, so that being said, I think I will do fire clay in this one. So come down to stone, clay, fire clay. I don't know if I need a stockpile that big for fire clay. Um, I have not done much at all with the clay, and so this will be, I think I will dive into clay a little bit in this series and start um, getting to know it better. Um, I do know a little bit based on my research that the fire clay is, if you're making stuff out of clay, that's, I think, the more valuable clay, which is why it's going to get its own stockpile, and the rest of the clay will have a separate stockpile. Okay, so let's see, that is some stockpile setup, and that's why I wanted this stuff dug out now. Oh, we have obsidian. Okay, obsidian is going to need its own. Wow, I have never had obsidian in one of my worlds. Obsidian is for it is a rock block, or like a rock boulder, but the reason why it's its own shape, uh, it is a fireproof block, so I think it's magma safe. Now I barely found one magnet pool in my last world, but I've never built around it, so that is going to be something new for me. But it is also, because it's fireproof, it is a more valuable stone as well. So anything that you make out of it is going to be higher value than the equal quality made out of a regular stone. Uh, okay. I was not planning on that having its own. So we will just do our own. Um, oh, we'll do 16. And I'm just going to go ahead and remove obsidian from the stone right now, so that they don't move the obsidian here. Sorry, that was not planned. But as you can see, our stockpiles are filling up kind of nicely with the boulders, which is perfect. That's exactly what we needed. See here, we do have a lot of blocks on floors here. I'm gonna go check on our bin situation. We might be out of bins. So work orders, we're gonna do another 20 bins. And we're also gonna do 10 more barrels. The barrels, we do have plenty of barrels. Brew drink from fruit, we'll add that back. That are empty, but as we gather more plants, more fish, more meat, the barrel, we are going to need more barrels eventually. Alright. I'm going to keep coming down here. I will set up the gem stockpiles in a future episode here. And looks like they're starting to... Okay. Dig on this floor. I'm going to go ahead and hit play here, and we're just going to come up. And really, I want to see if they're going to move the iron altars here. They did move one iron altar. It'll take them, could take them a minute to move this other iron altar. But I'm actually going to place another temporary stockpile here. Furniture, other large tool, iron. And I'm going to uncheck this toggle whether the stockpile can take items from anywhere or only from specific workshops. I'm going to uncheck that. And we're going to come in here and we're going to wait for him to cut the gems actually. We'll hit play. And I'm going to come down and check on our temples here. Okay. Are these... Furniture, we're going to go ahead and place the chests in our temples. These were the 2 rhyolite. And these are the 2 granite. Okay, perfect. Rough emerald, okay. Alright. The herbalist withdraws from society. That is, we have another artifact in progress here, which I will deal with here in a moment. Stray donkey has given birth to a donkey foal. Weather has cleared. The 2 animals that we set to slaughter have been slaughtered. You have struck various materials. Ral has created masterpiece clothing. Zanig has engraved a masterpiece. Oh, you know, I'm curious where the masterpiece got engraved. Oh, in our temple. Very nice. So a masterpiece engraving, I think, it will increase the value. I'm going to click on our temple here and come in. And as you can see, the value of the room matters for the public spaces. Okay. Now, the reason why we placed coffers here in our temples is they can store instruments in there. They haven't moved the instruments just yet, but I'm also going to check the value here of our Cathedral of Gripping. Okay. And then there's nothing to catch in the northern swamps. Cancel shear animal, no creature. Cancels weave yarn. And Lecot canceled store item in stockpile taken by mood. Okay. We'll hit play on that here in a moment. Actually, I'm going to hit play and we're going to watch. Lecot has taken over a craft store's workshop. Okay. So I'm going to watch. So the rings and crown there just haven't been hauled yet. Those are from a previous. The fact that we don't see any muttering here is a good sign. Lecot is off gathering materials. Okay, so the granite is the first material that they are going to use in the artifact. The microline it's got this home symbol next to it, so that's what the workshop is built out of. We do have our traders here as well, but I want to keep watching. Granite microline. Microline. Oh, Lots of boulders. Giant cave swallow leather. And they're working secretly, so they have brought everything they brought to. Okay. Very nice. I'm gonna hit pause again. Few things before we hit play. Ral has created masterpiece clothing. We're striking. What is orpiment? Oh, that's a very, we're getting lots of these sort of yellowish colors. Orpiment. Oh, wow. I like that color. That's very vibrant. Caravan has arrived. The outpost liaison has arrived. Oh, we need some empty buckets. Okay. Go ahead and make some buckets. Okay, so one thing that we do want is we are going to encrust these altars. I'm gonna go ahead and cancel. We're going to set up. Choose a stockpile from which the workshop will take items. I'm going to take from the furniture stockpile here, as well as the gem stockpile. And we are going to cancel. We're going to have it spit out into this other stockpile. We're going to encrust furniture with cut gem, and we're going to specify which gem. So we're going to do lapis lazuli. And we're going to encrust furniture with cut gem. And we're going to do the shoral. Okay. And then we are going to come up and click on move goods to and from the trader. We're going to come to the bin. Now this was the trader that we've been doing all the rings for. So I'm going to click on the bin. We're going to come down and grab any spare loose rings. Okay. And then I am actually going to come down to barrel, and we're going to look at some of our prepared meal barrels. 16 items. I'm going to go ahead and send one barrel. And we'll send another barrel here. Sending some barrels for some value, and then I'm going to come back and look at bin, and we're going to look at some finished good bins here. Oh, there is some value in our iron bolts there. I'm not really wanting to sell the iron bolts. I keep coming down. So finished good bin has some clothing in it. I am going to send this up, and we're not going to sell everything. We're going to sell specific items from it. Okay, and we're going to call that good, and then we will do broker requested at depot. We're going to go ahead and hit play here. While we're waiting, we're going to come back to the workshop, and I do kind of want to finish watching here. Actually, sorry. Gonna pause and come down to. We do have. Okay. I'm gonna add a new task. Make display case out of. I want to make it out of ginkgo. And we're gonna make that a priority. And I'm not. I don't think we have any additional sand to make glass out of. That is so that we can display this artifact that Vukar made, which I'm gonna come down and I don't remember. Vukar, I think, was married. Yes, to our cook, Lore. Okay. And Vukar is getting. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and assign this bedroom to them so that they don't. You know what? No, I'm not. Furniture, bed. We're gonna look for a nice bed for them. And then door. We'll do an allanite door here. Do a nice door. Okay. And then we're actually going to put the display case in this corner. We'll actually probably temporarily put the display case here in our dining room to make all of our dwarves happy, but okay. And we're gonna come over. We're gonna hit play, and we are going to watch. We've got a couple of exciting things happening here. I like the artifacts, and I like the traders. Okay, so Leecott, herbalist, has created a granite crown. It's named. I'm not going to try pronouncing that. She offers it to the common crystal. I think that's us. Meaning we can do with that what we want. And I think for right now, we actually are gonna, because we only have the one display case, we're gonna stick that in our dining hall. We're gonna put both artifacts there. As soon as we're able to make a second display case, we will to display the artifact for Vukar for the family heirloom in their bedroom. Okay. Okay. And we're going to pause again, and I'm going to come up and see how we're doing at the trader. Okay. We are going to deal with the artifacts a little bit more here in a moment. I'm just going to come up and get started on the trade. I'm not going to send the entire bin here on that goods. So I'll sell a pair of gloves. I'll sell a couple of socks here. Sell a couple of shoes. Okay, and then we are going to send the entire finished goods bin there, as well as those. Okay. We are going to take the bars. We're going to take. They only brought one of each boulder, which is fine. They did bring our mini forge that we asked for. Plump helmet spawn. We're gonna grab, and then. Oh, they did not bring the cat that we need. Oh, okay, there wasn't enough space for them to bring everything. We're gonna grab both peacocks. We are gonna grab the pig. That makes me sad on the cat and dog. We're gonna grab everything here. Uh, they didn't bring. We asked for pairs on all the animals. They did not bring pairs on the animals. The only one they brought the pair on was the peacocks. We just asked for too much weight. So I think this next year we won't ask for the boulders. So we can actually ask for. We need the cat and dog. And we won't need to ask for more peacocks. We won't need to ask for another yak. So it's just the male cat, dog, and pig that we need now. Which means we don't need this much value. I'll come up and take off a. Okay. You know what? We'll take off one barrel and add back in a couple of. We'll add back in the socks. There we go. Trade. Yes. Okay. We're gonna leave it paused while we deal with. Okay. The only one coming out here is going to be the yak. We will release the cat here. So yeah, we have 3 female cats. Now we have a 4th female cat. We really need the male. Okay. And then the rest of the animals are coming up here. So we will do the 2 peacocks. Perfect. This is the dog pen, so we will release the dog here. And then we have the pig that we will release there. Okay. We will go ahead and do rock blocks for the anhydrite and the periclase. And you know what, we're going to do rock blocks for that new stone. What was it? Orpiment? Come in, block. remove that from this. Orpiment. Okay. Our stone crafter, we're going to have him make other objects out of... Keep going. So black bronze goblet, and other objects come down, and rose gold goblet. That is something I like to do in my worlds, is those are the only metal goblets that I will make, and I am going to go ahead and finish goods. I think we just turned goblets off. Yeah, goblets are turned off. So we're going to come down and we're going to add another stockpile here to our dining room. Finished goods. So we're going to do goblet. Metal, we'll just do all. It's only going to be black, bronze, and rose gold. We'll do all except for artifact, and all except for artifact. Color, I don't know if it matters, so I'm just going to add that. And we'll do metal, goblet, stone, dining hall. Okay. So, Ral has created Masterpiece. Leecott has become a stonecrafter. They've gained skill in it. Some work orders have been completed. Merchants have arrived. And we have dealt with the artifact, a caravan, and then diplomacy. So we do need the mail. So bars, I'm going to ask for the rose gold and black bronze again. And you know what, we're going to ask for steel bar as well. And then seeds, we're going to ask for pigtail seeds. And plum helmet spawn. I want to ask for the boulders, I really do. But I don't want them to leave the animals off. We only need 3 animals this time though. So maybe I will. So pets, so let's see here. We need the male dog, we need the male cat, and we need the male... no, I don't want to leave the screen, I want the boar. And then stone boulders. I am going to ask for the anhydrite and periclase. They are kind of they're unique colors, and they are colors I like to build out of. Okay, so again, we're not going to receive anything beyond what we asked for, I think, but that's okay. We can get clothing from, or cloth and things from the other vendors. Okay. A need for powder is expected if you're able to provide some. I don't think we will be able to provide some, but that's okay. I'm gonna hit OK. Okay, so furniture, now we can place that allanite cabinet and chest that we had made for a bedroom. And we are going to assign this bedroom to Fugar. And then we will come, and they are, in this one, we'll remove assignment and give it to their baby can now have a bedroom. Perfect. Okay, and we're going to watch. Nope. We can go ahead and no trader needed at depot. Okay, the display case is made. Oh, I wanted to shoot. I'm going to let them finish up here with our altars. And then we'll try to set up those stockpiles for the display case. It can get really tricky. The display case, I believe, is also under other large tools. It can get kind of tricky for any of the furniture that falls under the other large tools. If you want to encrust a specific piece of furniture, this is why I like having, my stockpile setups. The way that I do later is I have a specific display case workshop that spits out into a specific stockpile to avoid this issue that I'm having now. Oh, did it? Okay, this has lapis lazuli and schorl. Okay, I'm gonna pause. And we are actually gonna go place that altar now in our general. Perfect, and then we're gonna come back and we are going to encrust furniture with cut gem. And we're going to do the emerald. And encrust furniture with cut gem. And we're going to do the amethyst. This one has some more value to it. This was for the petition. Sorry, I'm reading and dismissing the alerts here really quickly. Oh, the agreement to establish a temple for the creative talents has been abandoned. We didn't get it furnished quite quickly enough. That's what he's working on right now. Okay. And now they should haul. This should be done. Yeah, this is quite a lot of value. The other one was only 180. This one is 1500. And that was because of the gems that we encrusted it with. Were a lot more valuable. And we're actually going to offering place. So they do need to move it from the workshop or the workshop first. They are busy hauling things. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and allow. We'll allow wood in, and we're gonna come in and remove. We're just gonna remove other large tools for a moment. We're gonna hit play. We're gonna pause if they actually move this display case and nothing else. We're gonna pause super quick. Ah, dang it. Okay, well, we'll come down and we will place that altar now. Hopefully they place the bowl in the pen soon, so it doesn't starve. Yeah, I'm gonna just double check. I don't think, yeah, display cases are okay. We do have some alerts here on the left. We do have some migrants, which I will deal with next episode. We've struck some material. The merchants will be leaving soon and have embarked. Cancels items. It has started raining and. Okay. The Rosie Company, a farmer guild, has been established. Which means they will be sending a petition to actually establish a guild hall. Wow, our migrants must have like all been. I am gonna go just take a quick peek. Yeah, we got a whole bunch of farmers and the migrants. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow. Okay, they did move that. Perfect. And I'm going to remove these two from the stockpile here. And we are going to encrust furniture with cut gem. We'll do the amber opal. This will be the last thing that I do for the episode. If we do have animals that we need to deal with, we will. But I really want to get that furniture placed. expedition leader is sleeping. Okay. Oh, we can go ahead and remove this stockpile. Yes. We can remove this stockpile. Yes. Ah, no. Get rid of those barrels. You have to watch the seed stockpiles. The barrels randomly pop up. Okay, now we can go ahead and I'm going to remove wood, and we're going to add other large tools back in. And they will put that back in the all stockpile. Okay, now we're just waiting for them to come and haul this. They're not hauling the gem because we've set it to the output to the furniture stockpile. As soon as we release that, they will send the gem back to the correct stockpile. Alright, come on. Oh, we need to enable wood in this other stockpile. That's why they're not. That's why they're not moving it. If you have something that's not going into a stockpile, yes, it can because your drawers are busy, but it more often than not, it seems like it's because I've messed something up in the stockpile. There they go. Okay, now it's moved. Now we're going to pause. And we are going to come down to our dining hall. And you know what? This, we're going to paint and just remove that square there. And then furniture, display. And we're going to assign. So one was a crown. We're going to assign that to be displayed there. We're also going to come down and I don't know what it's under. The other one. Is that under weapons? Yes, I can maybe search for it, but I kind of want to find what category it's under. Catapult parts, none. It's list of parts, none. Our other artifact is one of the like weapon or trap components. From what I researched. Tools. Okay. Ah, trap component. There it is. Okay. And we're just going to watch them. Yep, they're going to haul the artifacts here. Beautiful. And it gives them happy thoughts. Well, the kids are, what, socializing? Play with, this grown cedar toy boat. One of the kids is playing with it. Copper mini forge, play. Oh. Hey, the kids are playing by the artifacts. And I think that's a happy note to leave our episode on. This is Moalani. If you enjoyed the video, please thumbs up it. If you enjoy what I'm producing, please subscribe to the channel, and we will see you next episode.